Peony has one of the longest histories of any flowering herb and has been used since ancient times, both as an ornamental and medicinal plant. Traditionally, it has been used to manage arthritis, help depression, treat asthma, and lots more, according to the website HerbFest. Peony is used in Chinese culinary dishes, but isn't well known in Western dishes. It's slightly sweet and is generally used as a condiment or flavoring. Let's explore this wonderful plant together. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years, like the one we're going to talk about today. Researchers believe peony was first cultivated over 4,000 years ago in China, where it is still used to date. It is considered an important medicinal herb. Peony is mentioned several times throughout ancient Greek and Roman medicinal treaties, as well as during the Middle Ages. It was during this period that peony was introduced to the Alps by Benedictine monks. And from there, it found its way into gardens all over Northern Europe. Because of the cultural, ornamental, and medicinal importance, in 1903, peony was declared by the Qing dynasty as China's national flower. Although in 1923, the title was transferred to the plum blossom. I recently did a video that portrayed my front gardens, and in that video, there are many areas where I show my peony collection. Peonies have also been used in an essential oil, and this oil is reputed, supposedly helped with depression. Peony blooms are picked what they call the marshmallow stage, and this is when the bud no longer is tight and hard, but starts to loosen up and you can kind of squish it. That's the best time to pick it up. And of course, in the early morning where it is not hot, but dry enough where the dew isn't all around it. And if you cut it at that time and stick it in water, within a few hours, you'll see it open up. And that is when you'll have the best base life for peony plants. Generally speaking, there are ants on the tight bud because the tight bud exudes a sweetness that ants like. But at this marshmallow stage, it's rare to find ants. It no longer has that sweetness, and they're on to better pastures. So mostly what is used in Chinese medicine is the root. Occasionally the bloom is used, but most often the remedies that you find are based on the root. So this is because it contains high amounts of anti-inflammatory glucosides, but phenylphlorin is the most abundant one, and it is largely responsible for peony's medicinal actions, although other compounds likely come into play. And that's why herbal medicine is so powerful, because it isn't just one shot, one active ingredient like in drugs. It is a blend of things that help to encourage or calm the action of the herb and its powerfulness. So there's so much going on in it. And I think herbal medicine blends so well with the complexity of humans, because basically we're very convoluted and we need things that help with the rhythm of how our body works and the diversity of each human. So the hepatoprotective, this means liver protection, effects of peony root are related to its ability to lower bilirubin. Now, bilirubin levels in the blood are indicators of toxicity in the liver. And in addition, the phenylphlorin and other glucosides help reduce the amount of cytokines. Now, cytokines are small protein messengers that tell the body there's inflammation. It's actually a signal so that the brain and all of the immune system can go to work and calm that inflammation. So it's due to this action that the roots have been shown to relieve arthritis and other inflammatory conditions. Now, peony properties notably include neuroprotective and mildly sedative effects, which have been shown to benefit brain function, improving cognition and mood disorders such as depression and anxiety. Now, in herbal medicine, we don't say this treats this. We tell why it could be treated for these different things, because these different things respond to the action of that herb. So we're not about diagnosing and prescribing. We're about where's the imbalance and how can we calm that imbalance or give nutrition to bring that imbalance up into a more balanced state. So this is a diagram, and I'm going to link to the video that shows the full video of how apoptosis and necrosis work. There's basically two types of cell death. Now there's necrosis, so that's like a limb of a tree falls on your arm, and if you don't take that limb off of the arm in a quick amount of time, blood stops to flow, the nerves are disconnected basically from that, the rest of the body, and that limb dies. And this is called necrosis. And oftentimes there are other situations besides an accident that will cause necrosis, but most of the time it's due to an injury of some sort. Now, apoptosis is what they call programmed cell death. So this is a controlled cell death, and it isn't all bad, because in an embryo state, a baby hand is more or less like a club. And then through apoptosis, the fingers develop into digits that we know of. And if that apoptosis doesn't occur, and you may have seen people who have undeveloped digits, or that the webbing between the fingers has not dissolved through apoptosis. That's one way of cell death. Another way of cell death is that through apoptosis, which is good, is when you kill cancer cells. Now, there are lots of herbs that contribute to the apoptosis of cancer cells, and we can't say that it cures cancer. All we can say is that it contributes to apoptosis. So the body is the only one that can cure something. The drug doesn't do it. It's the drug's response, the body's response to the drug. But unfortunately, there are other factors that create side effects of drugs, and those are uncontrolled. You can't do anything about it. Your body has to learn to adapt to it or respond in a different way. So there are factors that affect apoptosis that are more or less negative. The cell can be damaged through DNA. So in other words, something happens to the DNA that changes the messaging that it's supposed to have. There's infections, particularly virus, because virus can enter into this area here if the outer cell is not strengthened, and that outer cell is a fat layer. And so if we don't eat good fats, then we don't have a good, strong barrier that protects that cell. And then there's reactive oxygen species. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. And of course, there's stress, but reactive oxygen species, or ROS, is environmental. There's all kinds of things, but it's a lack of having the right antioxidants that fight ROS. So we need lots of different kinds of antioxidants. And when we feed our body with lots of plants, fruits, vegetables, those type of things, we're giving it all kinds of antioxidants. And so this is the short version of the difference between the two cell deaths. And I will link in the description below the full video. It isn't really that long, it's maybe 10 minutes, but it'll give you a better understanding of the way the cells die and how we can avoid the negative response of cell death, and how we can contribute to the positive cell death. So like kill off cancer cells before they become an issue. So I believe that medicine is all around us in our plants and the herbs and the things that God has given us as far as the beauty, good air, healthy water, all of these things which contribute to health. And what we have to do is make sure that we're doing much more of the healthy stuff than we are of the bad stuff. Right now, there is a ton of different kinds of pollen. And if you don't have enough antioxidants in your body, you're going to be far more susceptible to that pollen. Around here and in a lot of places, there's pine pollen blowing, and you can actually see layers of this greenish yellow dust that comes from the pine trees. And it really doesn't affect me. You know, I can be out in the garden and it really doesn't affect me, but it does affect a lot of people where they get sneezing and watering eyes and really allergic responses. And just on the end or tail end of the pollen from the pine trees come the cottonwoods. And so each week, basically, there's a new pollen out there. And if your body isn't flexible enough, you're not going to be able to handle that. And it becomes worse when you're bombarded by, if your job is computer related and you sit in front of a screen for 8 hours, that can affect your DNA. It can affect a lot of different things, and it can affect particularly your resistance and your ability to handle allergies or pollen as it comes across. We should be able to handle these things. We live in this. Our bodies should be able to adapt to it. It's only because of the high stress and all of the other things that we expose our bodies to that makes us not able to handle these particular, if you want to call them stressors. Now, not everybody's going to want to make a tea out of the root of peony. I totally understand that. And so little break here for our sponsor, Nature Sunshine. This is a fabulous formula that is designed to nutritionally support the blood, the liver, glands, and general circulation. And I love this product in early spring when pollen and all the things that are going on. We're very stressed out because there's so much to do in early spring. We're coming out of the winter where we're more sedate. We are more relaxed, and there's not as much to do in the winter time. And then spring hits and bang, there's just a ton of stuff that has to be done, both inside the home, probably work-wise, a variety of things. If you plant gardens, it's really, push the metal to the pedal, pedal to the metal type of thing. And so this product helps to what they call nurture the blood. It helps to encourage better blood and good blood flow. And you really only have to take one a day. I'll leave a link in the description below that'll give you a 25% discount on your purchase. If you look on it, the first ingredient is a Ganoderma mushroom, which is a wonderful health benefiting mushroom that actually contributes to immune health. Then there's the lycium fruit, which is often known as goji berry, and it is a very beneficial berry. And then Chinese peony root. And it's without the bark, because some people have problem with their intestines and that. So they make it as easy a product to take as possible. There's also tung quai, known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Blue perum is a wonderful herb. And I could go on, but I think that if you look at this, you can take a screenshot of this particular screen and look up each individual. You'll see why this particular formula is a beloved formula, and many, many people have gotten really good relief with this particular product. So learn what you can about getting healthy. I have many videos on my YouTube channel explaining how the body works and what it needs to maintain good health, and just thumb through them. What you concentrate on expands. And that is a law, just like gravity. And so if you're constantly thinking about disease, guess what your body's going to develop? So if you constantly are searching for ways to be healthy or looking at things in a positive way, your body's going to be focusing on health, which is what we want it to do. So peony is considered safe and effective when used in proper way, such as this remedy. And food is our best medicine. This has been used by people, for people, for 5,000 years. So it isn't like it's a brand new thing that you are going to be the guinea pig for. It's a tried and true remedy. And this particular remedy has been around for a good 20 years. I've been using it with clients for that long and have had some amazing stories. People have been so grateful for it. So the purpose of these videos is to help you understand that herbs and food help you get back into balance. So doctors focus on symptoms and blood tests and those type of things. They're focusing on trying to diagnose and then prescribe. And your personal choices and what you do to maintain health doesn't enter into any of that. It's all about the symptom, the diagnosis, and what is the gold standard of prescription. So I have 3 formats on my YouTube channel. One is this particular one, which is Health to Home, and where I take about 15-20 minutes and talk about a particular herb or plant of some sort. And then there is the Gardening with Granny, which is maybe 3 to 5 minutes. It's very short, where I show different things about gardening and talk about the knowledge we can learn from how plants work, how they grow out of amazing different areas. They're very resilient and beneficial in so many ways. They take into consideration our emotions as well as the health benefits. They give us these wonderful antioxidants and phytochemicals that help support health. And then there's the monthly one that I talk about the different ways the body works and how we can support health. And that's called Herbal Hour. So I hope that this video has been helpful to you. If it has, please give me a thumbs up, like it, comment. I love hearing from you. Subscribe to my channel, share it with others, because we all need to know the benefits that are here. And oftentimes these benefits are free for the taking. We just have to know about them. I feel that it is through lack of knowledge that we are as sick a country as we are, because we are dominated by a disease industry and not a health industry. So if you need to email me about something personal, you can at drmary@bornforhealth.com. I would love hearing from you. If you would like to shoot me out an email, I will give references in the description below. So I'd like you to get control of your health by focusing on herbs and healthy eating. Be thankful for people and the gifts of nature and the flowers and all the joy around you. I hope you're enjoying a great day. Until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the health of it.